Lately, everybody has been talking about the EA and The Sims 4 boycott, and I mean, for a good reason. Players are frustrated, exhausted, and honestly tired of feeling unheard. But what if you want to join the boycott, but at the same time, you don't want to completely give up on The Sims games? Well, in today's video, we are diving into how to play consciously, exploring both physical and digital ways to enjoy The Sims while still standing by your values. We will talk about what it really means to own a game, how to play physically or digitally without feeding EA's pockets, and how to keep older Sims titles alive through fan preservation. Because being a conscious player doesn't mean you stop playing, it just means that you need to start playing on your own terms. Physical versus digital. So, honey, this conversation isn't new at all. The gaming community has been debating physical versus digital ownership for years. And The Sims is a perfect example of why it matters. When you bought The Sims 2 on CD in 2004, you were buying, in fact, a product. That disc, yours forever. And you could install it, uninstall it, lend it to a friend, and even if EA vanished tomorrow, you would still own the game. But when you buy The Sims 4 or any other pack or any other game through the EA app, you're not buying the game itself, you're buying a license to access it. That means that if EA shuts down their servers completely, changes their terms of service, or simply just locks you out, your ownership disappears. This shift from product to service really changed how we as players interact with games. We stopped owning our worlds and we started renting them. And that's why many players are starting to rethink where and how they spend their money when it comes to video games. Route 1. Going physical. If you truly want to boycott EA while keeping your Sims alive, I would say that physical copies are your cleanest option. When you buy The Sims 2 or The Sims 3 secondhand from Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, or eBay, EA doesn't see a single cent. Those are player-to-player transactions. EA made their profit from that copy that you purchased decades ago. So your purchase in that case never enters their spreadsheets. And that's the magic of physical media, honey. It belongs to you. But okay, fine, let's be real. It's not the easiest route in 2025. You will need an external CD reader and your game might still not run perfectly right away. The Sims 2 and The Sims Stories, for example, often require fan patches or community tools like Graphics Rules Maker to fix, resolution issues, graphic bugs, or even compatibility errors. But that's part of the charm, right? It's just like traveling back to your childhood memories, I guess. And I mean, when you finally manage to get it running, it's just the joy is unmatchable because you didn't just manage to load a game, you actually revived it. Route 2, going digital. Now, if hunting down CDs isn't really your vibe, you can still play consciously by going digital, just not directly through EA. Websites like Instant Gaming, CD Keys, or G2A resell activation keys that were originally bought in bulk or from regional markets. EA might get like a tiny, teeny fraction from these, but it's basically invisible revenue for them. This way, you get the convenience of digital with, instant access, no discs, no hardware setup, without directly funding EA's current ecosystem. Just remember to stick to reliable sellers with verified reviews and always research before buying. Digital resellers can be a great middle ground for people who want to participate in the boycott and keep their favorite worlds running. Lost media and preservation. Games like The Sims 1, The Sims 2, The Sims Stories collections, they aren't officially sold by EA anymore. That means that the only way to experience them today is through fan preservation, community-hosted archives, and restoration projects. And before anyone panics, okay, this is not about piracy. It's about preservation. When a company stops selling a product, but the community keeps it alive, well, that's not stealing, that is saving history. In fact, sometimes these preserved versions are even better than the original, you know? Fans have optimized them for modern systems, adding widescreen support, fixing compatibility errors, and patching bugs EA never bothered to fix. For example, The Sims Life Stories discs are nearly unplayable on modern PCs, but the community created versions enhanced with tools like Graphics Rules Maker. They run perfectly. Meanwhile, The Sims 3 still exists in EA's store, but it's like wildly overpriced for such an old game, which again raises the question of accessibility versus greed. We have to keep in mind that these downloads, they do come with risks and they're not as safe as owning, the physical copy. Yes, I'm gonna be showing my The Sims 2 as much as I can in this video. So if you decide to go through this route, my best suggestion is to consult other players, check forums, Reddit, YouTube videos, Tumblr posts, just to make sure you're relying on the correct source to download these archived game files. Power to players. So here's the truth, my drama friend. EA isn't afraid of comment sections, tweets, or hashtags. They are afraid of numbers. Every purchase, every click, every pack bought at full price is data. It's profit, and it's profit that they listen to. So when you choose to play consciously, to buy secondhand, to support fans' archives, or simply to put your money, somewhere else, you're not just boycotting. You're voting with your wallet. You're saying we deserve better, we deserve creativity, fairness, and respect. Boycotting EA isn't about shaming anyone for loving The Sims. It's about asking for something better, fairer pricing, real ownership, and respect for players, for creators, and employees who built this franchise with their stories. Choosing to play consciously doesn't mean cutting yourself off from the game that you love. It means rediscovering it, maybe through an old copy or a community patch, or even a new game that carries the same creative sparks. I mean, I'm just saying, but Paralives is coming out next month, So keep playing, but just, play smarter, play consciously, play because you love this game and what it stands for. And remember, companies may rise and fall, but communities, we endure. Because, The Sims, it has always belonged to us.